Hello and welcome back to Bioshock. This, in fact, may be the very last episode of Bioshock. We'll see how we do on this last level, but it's a relatively quick one, as well as a difficult one. And then there's just the last boss after that, and they should be a quick playthrough. So we may end up just tweaking out the length of this episode a little bit and just letting it run through. One thing I hadn't noticed last time when we were playing is that once you are a Big Daddy, splicers basically ignore you. So, yeah, except in this next episode, which they totally don't, because, well, you'll see. But first off, we need to get ourselves a little sister. And out she comes.
It would mean very much to me if you will be gentle with the girl. Mein kleines Mädchen.
Okay. Now we've got to be very careful in this next level. As you can see, the little sister has a health bar, and we need to keep her safe. If she does die, we get a replacement little sister. But, you know, still not nice, is it? Not nice.
The little ones will lead you to Fontaine.
Time to go,
But you
Mr.
must
B.
protect them.
Hurry, Mr. B.
It's been a long road. You don't even remember most of it. Put you on a sub when you were just a sprout.
Hurry, Mr. B. I can see the angels.
I don't think she'll move forward after she goes through there. I think I have time to mess around with this stuff. Probably.
Hurry, hurry, Mr. Bubbles.
What's the matter, Mary? You look like you could use a boost.
I don't feel so great. I'm dizzy, I'm nauseous, and sometimes I'm even seeing things that aren't there.
That's just the plasmid blues, Mary. You just need to slow down a bit. Splicing before you know it, your man's right as rain. Remember, a smart splicer is a happy splicer.
Don't be a slowpoke, Mr. B. Angels don't make for slowpokes. Hurry, Mr. B. I can
Can I not hack that?
angels dancing in the sky.
Nope. Okay.
Don't be a slowpoke, Mr. B. Angels don't make for slowpokes. Time to go, Mr.
Drama.
Hurry, Mr. B. Angels are waiting for
I really wound you up for that wife and child bit. Oh, me poor baby Patrick! Maybe one day I'll get me a real family. They play well with suckers.
No time to waste.
Okay, we're going to do as much buying out as we can, but not right now. Come on, there we go. There we go. That'll do. There'll be a lot of stuff to do quickly, but I mean, hacks do pause stuff, but I'd rather those things going. That's a good one to have here.
Go on! Save it! Hurry! Hurry, Mr. Bubbles!
Want to just buy that out. about to do a
I'm sorry. Let me try again. Hurry, Mr. B.
oh crap.
Ready for burst, Mr. B.
Even though they are physically free of the need to gather, John's mental condition still holds them to their terrible task. For sins such as this, you can never atone.
Don't be a
I'm wondering, that seems quite low to me, the volume of the audio recordings. No, that seems to be as high as it'll go. Okay, that's fine.
slowpoke, Mr. B.
Sorry if you can't hear it, guys.
Angels don't wait for
Really? That's pretty annoying,
Hurry, Mr. B.
because I...
Dancing in the sky.
That's actually really, really annoying. I definitely incinerated them a couple of times.
Time to go.
And, yeah, the camera didn't actually seem to trigger on them. That's really annoying.
Mr. B. Hurry, Mr. B. Waiting for it.
As far as I can tell, there's no way to actually heal a little sister, so... oh well.
Don't be a slowpoke, Mr. B. Angels don't wait for slowpokes.
Heck. We'll buy out.
Hurry, Mr. B. I
Hack. A little auto hack.
can see the angel.
I just want to do this quickly.
dancing in the sky.
Watch out!
Oh,
The
Mr.
chat in
B.
their harvesting will draw the attention of this slicer.
Hurry, Mr. Bubbles.
Okay. This is not going well. Tell you what's making it very difficult for me to see, and that's the circle around the edge of the screen. It means my peripheral vision is fucked.
Don't be a slowpoke.
And also this bot doesn't seem to be doing anything at all. Which is annoying, but fine.
Time to go, Mr. B.
I suspect this little sister's going to croak in a short while. Right now.
Hurry, Mr. B. I can see the angel.
Yeah, she's going to die.
Sky. Hurry, Mr. B. I can see the angel dancing in the sky.
Is this the one I
Hurry,
fight?
Mr.
No,
B.
that's not the one I fight.
Angel
Well, it is, but not yet.
kissing.
There's not going to be much to hack from this point on, so this is fine.
Don't be a slowpoke, Mr. B. Angel. Hurry, Mr. B. I can see the angel dancing in the sky.
I can't confirm this as well, but I think if they die you have to restart, basically restart from the beginning. That could be interesting. We'll actually hack this one, I think. There we go. And I did have one of them. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
No time to waste.
Yeah.
Not longer infused with Adam, they are as vulnerable as any child. If a little one falls, you can call for another at the bench. But to lose even one is a sin.
Yeah. Sorry, little sister.
Don't know what
How
I
much
was
I can do.
thinking. Never spliced up once the whole time I was down here in this aquarium. Figured it was bad to mix business with pleasure, but I get all the nose candy and floor polish I've been wasting time with. This stuff is the mother's milk.
Oh well. Sorry, little sister. This area seems relatively safe for now. I would have liked to do a clean playthrough of that, but it's just it's definitely awkward, you know. That first area I did definitely seemed a bit wonky with what was happening, and this bot really isn't helping me much at all. There we go. That's fine. So you don't have to restart from the beginning. That's good. Personnel rounds. Should have electric bolted all those guys.
Time to go, Mr. B.
Yeah, no kidding. Right, let's hack this bot. So we have 2 bots with us. I just want to keep that auto hack for something potentially like a good, maybe a safe. I don't know. I don't think we'll really get much of an opportunity to use those kind of things now. But that'd be worth giving it a go. Later, we'll see. It won't do any harm. Okay, we need more verticals, guys. That'll do.
I can see the angels dancing in the sky. Play to play. Where you going, honey? Don't be a slowpoke, Mr. B. Come where I can see you. The fire!
Is it me, or is this incinerate just really wonky? Ah! It literally only caught on fire when I walked into it. Okay, I'll stop moaning about the game now.
Time to go, Mr. B.
Christ. Not paying attention. Not paying attention at all.
Hurry, Mr. B.
Not paying attention at all here. I've had better sessions. I'll just blame it on the fact that I'm ill. That'll do. Whoa, okay now, okay.
No time to wait.
Right. Get to work, will you?
Hurry!
I
The
can
harvesting will
smell
draw the attention of the slicer.
This one. Hurry, Mr. B. I can see the angels dancing in the sky. Hurry! Hurry, Mr. Bubbles! slowpoke, Mr. B. Angels don't wait
Not too sure what's happening.
Hurry, Mr. B.
Yeah.
Time to go, Mr. B.
I think that might be the last one.
Hurry, Mr. B. I can see the angel dancing in the sky.
Oh crap. Whoa.
Don't
There we go.
be slow. Angels don't wait for slowpokes.
Better for the girls to be with you. Better with you than alone. Alone in the crawling darkness.
Time to go, Mr. B.
Oof. Come on.
Hurry, Mr. B.
Anything in here? Can you type out? Prox mines. Need to use them more, really. Well, it doesn't matter now. Yeah, I think that's it.
Hop, hop, Mr. B. No
That
time.
was interesting to replay that. It's as frustrating as I remember it being, because you simply don't really have the setup for it, or at least most of the way through the game you're not encouraged to use this kind of defensive play. So it's kind of, yeah, it's like games that where all the way through is just combat fest, and then at the end there's a stealth section.
Don't be a slowpoke.
That might be plenty for the working scrubs and the pencil pushers, but I need more. Oh, I want to splice till there ain't nothing left to splice with.
Oh, one less safe by the look at it. Pretty much full and everything anyway.
Fontaine is nearby. You are reaching closer now.
Yeah, this is pretty much it now. This is pretty much the end of the game.
Our choices make us.
There! You must use the needle of the little sister to drain Fontaine of his Adam. It is the only way to defeat him.
Stick it in the bad man.
Where is she? Looks like dying.
Fontaine waits above. There will be no going back from here. Make sure you are ready to face him before moving on.
Well, quite. Before we do that, though, let's talk a bit about that section. So, I was quite frustrated there. You're used to me being a bit frustrated with this game. It's not exactly the most straightforward game to get into at points, and obviously the mechanics and the controls are a little bit rusty and haven't aged well over the years. The problem with that section, as I was discussing, is it's based around defense, setting traps and the like, which the game hasn't really prepared you for through the rest of the game. And like I said, it's like having a stealth section in a game that isn't built around stealth. It's clunky and it jars. Interestingly, in Bioshock 2, which is a much maligned game, the one which improved on the controls and combat mechanics in this game in pretty much every notable way, has a lot of defense stuff like that. I mean, if you haven't played it, then it's not really a spoiler to say, I mean, you are a kind of prototype Big Daddy already in that, and throughout the game you protect little sisters at numerous points. But it sets you up more with quite kind of more available trap plasmids, and just kind of, because it builds it up from the start, it isn't a whole progressive section that expects you to make these to be able to do this without really being able to do it, if you see what I mean. It hasn't trained you to do it, so there we go. Regardless, I'm going to kill Fontaine. I've got 10 Adam. I certainly can't buy anything with it. Let's see what we can do with a bit of judicious hacking and inventing. I can't remember what we have and don't have. I think we're full on electric gel. Anti-personnel pistol rounds would be useful. There's probably more than I can actually carry there. Yeah. I didn't need to use all those. Pardon me. I think I'm full on electric gel. I think I'm full on electric buck as well. Heat-seeking RPGs? Looks like I'm full on everything. Okay, we're going to load ourselves up for Fontaine. And there's some interesting stuff we're going to do here. Actually, no, prox mines. Definitely some interesting stuff that you can do with Fontaine. I think anti-personnel works better on him than standard ammo. Not that we'll particularly find out. But fine. Maybe exploding buck is something we need to have more of. And I don't think I'll need an auto hack tool at all, but you know, fine. No, we're full. Prox mines. Anti-personnel auto actually wouldn't be a bad idea. We'll auto hack. Might as well. Not going to be anything else to use that on from now on. No, I think we're good. I think we're good. One thing we will do is we'll take a look at the gene bank, because there's some changes we need to make. Primarily to plasmids, really. Now, all the way through, I've talked about how useless security bullseye is. Or, well, I say all the way through. I probably talked about it once when I got security bullseye. Well, it's more useful than it has been before. We definitely don't need to hypnotise Big Daddy in there because, well, there aren't any Big Daddies, so that's fine. So we'll just leave it like that. I'll show you what we're going to do. So what else can we do in here? We can Evelink, yeah, that would be useful. First aid kits give you more health. Standing still, become invisible. I'm not sure that'll be healthy. But healthy? That'll work really within this. First aid kits also give you Eve. We've got both of those. Security cameras and turrets take much longer to see. Yeah, that's not going to be any good here. So we're actually going to put Sport Boost 1 in as well to stack them together. So we'll just move faster. That's good. Standing still, you become invisible. We're not going to be standing still. Is there anything else in here that can give us what we want? Or something a bit better? Yes, probably first aid kits give you more health. Because this is one fight, you know? It's one fight and then we're over, so... the hacking stuff, to be honest, none of this will be of any help whatsoever, I don't think. So, that's fine. Combat. Okay, so we've got armoured shell. We've got less damage from fire. Do we not have... Yeah, we've got electric flesh one, okay. Damage from research. Well, we don't have any research on Fontaine, so we're going to take that out. And this is probably what we want. I imagine. Maybe. I'm tempted to swap the armoured shell for frozen field. But I won't. I won't. Because although he's going to do me some freezing damage, this doesn't just... Yeah, I'm not going to do a tremendous amount of damage with cold, or none at all, really. And I'm not going to be hitting with the wrench very much. So we'll stick with this. We'll stick with electric flesh. And and human inferno and armored shell. Okay. So there we go. So we've got security bullseye armed. And the reason we've got security bullseye armed, although probably not initially, although it may not be a bad idea to keep it straight away, the reason being is because loads of turrets and cameras pop out, and if we keep him bullseyed, they start dealing him damage. Lovely. Okay, we're gonna head up. Fontaine, here we are, end of the game, guys. It's been a long journey, it's been a bit of a long journey. A fun one. It's definitely been fun to replay it, see how it stands up. How it stands the test of time.
I remember when me and the crowd put you in that sub. You were no more than 2. You were my ace in the hole. But you were also the closest thing I ever had to a son. And that's why this hurts. Betrayal, kid. Life ain't strictly business.
Okay, so the fight with Fontaine works in a number of ways. Basically, there he is. He's all spliced up. So essentially, what we're going to do is we're going to go up there and jab him with the needle.
Go! Go now! Hit him with the needle!
But first, we're going to prox mine this whole area here.
Come on now, kid. You want to get serious?
And there he goes.
Catch my breath.
And that is how to do a massive amount of damage in one go. Okay.
Go! Go now! Hit him with the needle!
So that got rid of his fire form.
You think I'm alone? I got more than enough mugs to watch my back.
Electric gel. It works.
I pay good money for you. This is what I get.
There we go. I think that's it. How to defeat him really easily.
I had you built. I sent you topside. I called you back, showed you what you was capable of. Even that life you thought you had, that was something I dreamed up and had tattooed inside your head. Now, if you don't call that family, I don't know what is. And now,
They offered you this city. And you refused it. And what did you do instead? What I've come to expect of you. You saved them. You gave them the one thing that was stolen from them. A chance. A chance to learn. To find love. to live. And in the end, what was your reward? You never said. But I think I know. A family.
There you go. No end credits. That's quite unusual in a game nowadays. Extraordinarily. Oh, there's a credit link from the menu. Okay, well, we'll click on the credits while we have a quick talk about Bioshock in retrospect, because that was meant to be the kind of goal of this from the start. And in the first couple of episodes, I talked a lot about Bioshock and how it stood up over the years. Eventually, I ran out of things to say, basically. So I just started commenting on individual sections. And generally speaking, my opinion hasn't changed from those first couple of episodes. I mean, the summary of it is that Bioshock did some amazing things with atmosphere, level design, story building, world building, and just bringing a whole new kind of cerebral approach to AAA gaming. A lot of people in the intervening years have kind of retrospectively started beating up on Bioshock, as people generally do with any game that gets a good critical reception in the video gaming world. It's escalated now to the point where essentially about 2 weeks after a release, if stuff starts getting good reviews, then people start laying into it online massively. And it's an odd thing to do, because I think people within video gaming, more so than in any other media, or in any other medium, tend to judge things by the current standards instead of the standards of the time in which they were released. And I think it's difficult to forget, easy to forget, that Bioshock did a lot of things in the AAA arena that had never really been done before, and most of the negative comparisons it earns are things where they're not really comparing apples to apples. I know a lot of people were disappointed with Bioshock at the time, and still are, because it doesn't stand up to the kind of survival horror standards of something like System Shock 2, which was its spiritual predecessor. But ultimately, that's not a satisfying comparison for me, because they are two different kinds of game. It's like saying, yeah, I really like, Madden 13, but it's no Doom. Well, yeah, obviously, because it's a different kind of game. It's not trying to do the same thing. And I think that Bioshock, while definitely it's flawed, don't get me wrong, but it's not flawed in all the ways in which people promote it. No one even at the time was saying Bioshock is an amazing shooter game with amazing controls and mechanics. The things that we criticise, that I'm criticising Bioshock for now, were criticised at the time of release as well. What people are saying is that it does amazing, innovative things with story design and environment. I've already gone through the list. And it did those in an innovative fashion at the time. Nowadays, a lot more games are doing that, and Bioshock was the forerunner of all those. And I think it's churlish and invalid, really, to criticise those elements for it that are done more smoothly now, because it isn't an important game because it does those things better than any other game has ever done them. It is important because it did those things in a high-profile manner first. And that's important, when you replay things years down the line, you don't really get that sense of it, But the first time I ever played Bioshock, I played it late one night in my living room. All my housemates were out. I just had my cat on my lap, and I played through the opening. I think maybe I played through to the end of Arcadia in one sitting, which was quite a gaming session, especially at the time for me. I was not so much a gamer then as I am now, and just the impact. I mean, I found it terrifying. I found it genuinely scary and creepy and just drenched in atmosphere. And just the beginning of the game with the crash of the plane into the water and rising to the surface and then instantly being in control, it blew me away. And it didn't blow me away because I was naive or easily influenced or anything like that. It blew me away because I hadn't experienced anything like it before. And I think that can still be a valid reaction to Bioshock, I think. And it does do those things amazingly well. It's just a shame about how the shooting and general mechanics have stood up over the years. Not well, really. At any point, I guess I could do a similar thing for Bioshock 2, for other games. There hasn't been a massive view count for Bioshock. It's probably my worst performing video game series, in fact. Not that that's a factor of very much at all at the moment. That's like 5 views a video as opposed to 11 or something. You know, early days yet, but if you do want to see more stuff like this where I'm playing older games with a bit of a retrospective slant, do comment and like and subscribe and all those things. And yeah, thanks for watching Bioshock, and I'll see you in another video game. Bye!